Excited because I want to talk to you about what I would do to manifest my business again. I recently, on my stories, if you have not checked out my stories, I tend to have a lot of interaction on those. And I asked the question, what are you currently struggling with in terms of money, in terms of growing your business? And I got so many amazing questions in there that I was like, you know what? I'm just going to peel down the layers, and I'm probably going to do more lives this week and the coming weeks because I am cooking up something behind the scenes that is so exciting for entrepreneurs out there that are either starting or that are stuck in their business. And this program is going to be amazing for everyone out there that has a business. So I want you to already get you in the vibe to understand how I teach, understand my vision, because I know that manifesting this multiple six-figure business was crazy. And I'm going to check out, if you are requesting to join my live, I'm going to block you because I don't think that I'm just inviting anybody here. So I am going to do that right now. Yes, I'm going to write down your name and I'm going to do that later on. So what is important for you to know is that what I would do in my business, I actually just did it. One of the things that for me is very important is boundaries. Boundaries in your business is so important. So if you are here trying to get in the live with me, even though I didn't invite you, that is a boundary break. And I am very zero tolerance when it comes to my boundaries because my boundaries is my energy. And when you are not focusing your energy on where it's supposed to go, then your energy is leaking. So that is one of the things that I would do to manifest my business again. And a lot of times we go through these phases. We first enter the stage of healing in our personal life, right? We start with boundaries with our friends, with our family. And then in our business, we get confronted with the same things over and over again. You fearing people not liking you, you fearing people doing this, and all of these things, they just come back once again. So it's really important for you to understand that when you start your business, it is literally the biggest spiritual growth that you can have. And not only that, it's the biggest spiritual growth that you can have. And it's actually, next to a relationship, the best way for you to heal on a deeper wound, on a deeper level. Because I always say, when it's just you navigating through life, then there's nothing out there that's really gonna trigger you. There's nothing out there that's really gonna challenge you. There's nothing out there that is going to walk besides you to touch upon those wounds. But once you have a business, once you have a relationship, romantic, or even friendships, they can trigger you too. It's really the feedback that you need for your growth. And whether or not you see it that way, I remember, actually, I don't know if he's here, one of my best friends, Jason, when we were very young, we had a conversation when I was in Colombia, and he used to be always complaining. I'm sorry, Jason, I'm throwing you to the wolves. He used to always complain, yeah, this person did this to me and that person did this to me and this, and I'm just like sipping on my tea because I didn't want to, I just wanted to be, we hadn't seen each other for so long. And I'm like, you know what you want to know my honest feedback? And he's like, yeah, give it to me because I'm done. I'm so done. He's like, I was like, Jason, every time that you believe that there's someone else's fault is because you were running away from a certain responsibility that you have within yourself. So what I would do when I started my business is take complete responsibility for my life, complete responsibility for my business. That I remember when I started my business, I still had a 9-to-5 job. So I would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It was like a click, and I don't know if you recognize this. Sometimes in our lives, the biggest transformations come from moments in our lives where it just kind of clicks. It just really clicks with you, and you're like, okay, I know this for sure, that this is what I should be doing. And there was nothing that could have stopped me. And I call this igniting that inner warrior inside of you. My inner warrior was absolutely ignited. And I remember waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, working until 9 o'clock on my own things. Now, back then, I didn't know how to use Canva. I didn't know how to create content. I was overthinking half of the time. So every post that I made cost me way too much time. But I was so committed to creating one post a day. One post a day. I was committed and showing up every day with value. I remember creating almost mini courses in carousels for people to get, because all I wanted was to share value. And then in the afternoon, when I would finish work at 5 o'clock, I would eat and go back to work, and I would finish at 12 or 1 o'clock. I'm not saying that this is the healthiest way to build your business, but I am saying that there has to be some type of commitment. If you don't have the capital to invest in your business and hire people to do the things for you, then you're gonna have to invest in your business in time. And there is no exchange in that, because that is the way that you signal to the universe that you are ready to manifest the business of your dreams. You are ready to do whatever it takes to have that business. I recently had a call with someone that wanted to join my Emerge Mastermind. If you're considering working with me as your high-level mentor for a year, Emerge Mastermind is definitely the place for you. And I was talking to this person and I was telling her, listen, it is absolutely possible. I built my business within 9 months. I had earned my first 100K, and I did not have a team. I did not have an email marketing. I didn't even have a fucking website. Honestly, I did not even have a branding or a logo. So all of these pretty things that people tell you out there that is the reason that your business is successful is not true. Because people buy from who they trust. And if you trust the person, if you feel like, okay, this person resonates with who I am, where I am, and the message and the way that I want to do things, then you're going to trust this person with your investment. And that is exactly why people join my things. They see my messages, they see my stories, they see how I show up on social media, and they just naturally gravitate to my energy. And this is what I would do to manifest the business of my dreams. I wrote some points down, and even though I'm already flowing and being in the energy with you, I want to go over these points because I actually thought of these. So one of the things that I would do if I was starting and manifesting my business again is I would definitely go with first what excites me. And if you are in my Emerge Mastermind, I see that Whispering Horses, Zoe is here. She's in my mastermind. You know that with me, it's always what gives you joy, what feels exciting right now, what feels light right now. Go with that and fuck the rest. Because when you enter entrepreneur world, we experience a new level of the ego. And the level of the ego is money, is recognition, is wanting to be the best. And all of these things, when you are in my world, you know that these things don't exist. You know that these things are just coming from the ego, and it's not what's going to give you fulfillment. It might give you success, yes, but it will not give you fulfillment. At least not the fulfillment that I'm trying to bring to the world and bring you as well. So number one is what excites you. My first offer, the first thing that I ever launched was my moon ritual. And my moon rituals, it's such a crazy story. You won't even believe it. I remember that I had my spiritual awakening, as everybody calls it, and I had decided I don't want to work in the government anymore. I'm so done doing this. And I was meditating and praying every day, please, I want my business. I want my first program. I want my business. I want to do things that matter in the world, not just be in the fucking office every day and, sitting around with people talking and acting as if we're all very smart, even though we're not, advancing every day. You can call me impatient in that way. I actually want to use the time that I'm living in this very short timeline that I have on this earth to actually create impact in the world. So in that sense, I am impatient, and I don't want to wait, and I don't want to work 30 years for one project, because I'm never going to see, what that thing is, and I'm not going to be able to enjoy the process either. So I was very impatient. So I remember praying every day, and then one day, which is when I get my clearest moments, I woke up in the morning and I was like, I heard a voice, you have to do moon rituals. And I call it a spiritual in the closet. I was very spiritual. I was already doing full moon rituals, but nobody knew about this. You know, I only had people that followed me on a personal level. I didn't have a business account. And this is 2021. This is not even that long ago. And I remember waking up in the morning and having that thought. And you know what? That sounds fun. How cool would it be? This is how all my manifestations start. How cool would it be if I could actually share a full moon ritual with one other person? And I remember having that thought, and I was like, that would be amazing. So I did a flyer. I'm gonna probably share that first flyer from a long time ago. I did it myself, and it didn't look any fancy at all. The price was $17.50. And I put it out, and I started talking about the moon on stories. And within 3 days, I had 62 people that joined my moon rituals. And I was working my 9 to 5 still, and I was giving people way too much information. I was telling them which crystals to use for their goals. I was giving them free coaching, and I loved it, honestly, because that excited me. But obviously, that wasn't sustainable in the long run. And I think that this is very important when we're talking about how can you manifest the business of your dreams, is understanding that we all have a path. The same way that we all have a path in our life, we all have our own path in our business. In my Emerge Mastermind, I have scaling entrepreneurs and I have starting entrepreneurs. Why I put these two like seemingly separate groups together is because we all struggle with the same thing deep down, where we all feel not good enough. We all feel not far enough. And for me, it's not you coming for the strategies. Okay, what is the best strategy to do this or the best strategy to do that? And I believe that strategies are really important, and I teach those in my videos for sure. But what I believe is in support, is in having that support and in understanding that everybody is gonna go through different phases of their journey. If you are a starting entrepreneur, you're gonna have more commitment. You're gonna have to need more commitment in time, because maybe you have a full-time job, maybe you are a mom, and maybe you have all the other things, but you need to create the space to create the business of your dreams. If you're a scaling entrepreneur, you have the same fucking problem, because you wanna build a business that is not previously there, because that's why it's called scaling. It's as if scaling, in my vision, is as if you're starting from scratch, because all of the things that got you so far are no longer what you're gonna have to do to scale your business. And I'm currently at that phase. I feel after 2 years of building this business, multiple six figures, I was working a lot, a little bit too much for my liking. So now I feel like I'm starting from scratch. And from that scratch, I'm gonna create the business that is going to support my lifestyle and not the other way around. I'm not gonna create a business I'm not gonna create a life that supports my business. I'm not gonna see like, okay, I want to earn this amount of money, and with that, for me to earn this amount of money, I'm gonna have to be able to work this much and have this much time for my free, for my friends, for traveling, for myself. No. So right now I'm starting from scratch. It feels, because I need to build all of these systems and all of these things that need to go in there. And when I start from scratch, when I scale my business, all of these wounds are showing up again. I feel it. Nobody's gonna buy. I'm not good enough. Blah, 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 blah. And this is why I believe that it's so important for us to understand as entrepreneurs that when you are stuck, it's not about you not knowing where to go, but it's about releasing those internal blockages that are showing up for you and that are not letting you get to that next level that you want. So it's so important for you to understand that it doesn't matter how you build your business or how you get there. Nobody's blueprint is your blueprint. If you would have told me 2 years ago, Dani, you need to build a funnel, or you need to do this, or you need to do that, and create whatever frame for whatever growth, I would have been like, oh, no, I'm not doing that, because that doesn't bring me joy, that does not feel light, and that's going to set me out. I mean, if I was doing that, I would probably still be building the freaking funnel, right? So it's so important for everybody to understand, if you're building your business, it is nobody's blueprint but yours. And that was actually one of the tips that I wrote down. And that one was, yes, stop looking at what others are doing, even me. I'm here telling you my story. That is me being in just storytelling mode and wanting to connect with you. But if I'm your coach, I will never tell you what to do. I'm too much of a rebel for that anyways. I'm an Aquarius rising, so I would never tell anybody what to do. I will ignite you to have your own blueprint and be like, okay, what does this mean for your goals? Is this in alignment with who you are? Is this in alignment with where you want to go? Is this in alignment with the type of goal that you want to achieve? So it's so important for you to understand that not someone else's blueprint is not your blueprint. And when you are building your business, it's really about sinking deeper into who you are and who you want to be. What type of life do you want to live? Because eventually when you're 60, 70, 80 years old, you're going to look back at your life and you have to be proud of it. You have to be like, shit, I actually was financially free enough to do the things that actually matter. Okay? So that was one of the tips that I had for you today. Number 2, what I would do, especially if you're in an online business, and I believe that every offline business needs an online presence. If you have an offline business and you don't have an online presence, you are letting millions slide. Because right now, it is the future that we all find. I mean, that's me. I'm guilty. If I'm looking for someone in a certain niche, I'm always going to go to Instagram and type on Instagram. I no longer go to Google for it because I trust people more when I can see who they are about, what they are about. I can see their reviews, I can see how they show up, I can see how they wake up, I can see how they eat, and I can see, okay, does this person resonate with my values, with my goals? So I go for business way more on Instagram than on Google. I'm no longer on Google. So understand that your social media presence is way more than just a beautiful website. People trust people that they can resonate with, right? Let's say you are a vegan and you have a mindset about, veganism and not wanting to slaughter animals, whatever. And you have this company that is going to do sales for you and is going to call everyone, blah, blah, blah. Then you go into the Instagram and you see the person is eating, slaughtering cows and goes to, whatever, doing the things that you don't really align with. I can guarantee you that the trust will be broken and you will feel a little bit iffy to work with this person. I'm not saying that you won't work with this person, but it's going to raise red flags. Why? Because this person doesn't resonate with your values deep down in your core. It's all about trust. And once you understand that, your business is going to flow way easier. This is why I show up in a bikini, I show up with my pajama, I show up without makeup, I show up dancing, I show up crying. You know about my divorce, you know about if I'm dating, you know about all of the things, because honestly, I only want to do business with people that are alignment with me. And if you are that type of person that sees more than just the business, you can see me as a person, then I know that we are a match. So how cool would it be to work with each other? And that's how I choose. So naturally, that's how I will choose who I work with in my business as well. So one of the things that you really have to do for your online presence is show up every single day. It doesn't matter if it's a quote, it doesn't matter if it's a picture with value underneath it. You need to show up every single day, create one value post. Like I said, I would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning to create my value post, because back then I thought I needed to post at 7 a.m. So I would wake up super early to have it ready by 7, all of the things that I no longer do. But if I was starting to manifest my business, that's what I would do. Content is number one, because that's how people will find you. That's how people will be attuned to you. So content is number one. One post a day. Personally, right now with the Reels, it has gotten a little bit more difficult to create one post a day more, but you can shift it. For me, one post a day is also one live a day. I would very much more enjoy going live than creating whatever reel with dancing and crazy moves, because it takes me more energy. And with this reel, with this live, I can send it to my team and they're going to create it into a podcast and they're going to create reels, teaching reels from it. So I'm always looking at, okay, how can I have the biggest impact with the amount of time that I want to work, right? I don't have 24 hours a day. I don't want to work 24 hours a day. I already worked the hours that I needed to work to build the business, to have it at the level that I wanted it. So right now I'm reaping the benefits of what I built already. Beautiful soul, thank you so much. So it's so important for you to understand that there are phases. Are you in the starting up phase? Yes, go commit all your time to it. But have in your mind that eventually you're gonna have to go back to living life, to living the freedom that you so longed for, that you so worked so hard for. So having that one post a day is important. I know a lot of people a lot of people batch. You can try to do that. Other business coaches say you don't need a post a day, which can be true for them. But for me, it is not about posting every day. It's about me learning to post every day. Do we see the difference? It's not about the output. It's about what am I learning from posting every day. I am learning time management. I am learning commitment. I am learning thinking fast and not overthinking. I am learning showing up imperfectly. I am learning so much with that one post a day that it's so important for you to understand that when I say post once a day, it's not about the outcome. It's about what are you learning on the back end. With me, everything that I do in my business is about you. You are the foundation, your wounds, your blockages, your traumas, your hidden shit, and we all have it. It doesn't matter how big of an entrepreneur you are or you're just starting out, it really does not matter. Your business is a reflection of who you are, and the universe is going to trigger you with your business because that's exactly what's going to make you move. It's like what makes the monkey move. The monkey moves where it hurts him the most or her the most. In this case, it can be your family, it can be your business. So the universe will always try to make you uncomfortable to grow. So posting once a day might feel fucking uncomfortable because you have so many other things to do, but have you tried it? And I've done this with many things, by the way. I've done this with masterclasses. I was like, okay, I'm gonna give one masterclass every month. And it's not about whether or not I sell them. It's about whether or not I can do it. So with me, everything that I do in my business is all about my own growth, all about my own fun, my own joy, and my own growth. So number 3, what I would expect you to do if you want to manifest your business is give value without expecting results. And especially for those of you that are already further in your journey as an entrepreneur, I think that this can become very strategic. But it all comes down back to activating your heart space, activating the most beautiful part of you that wanted to start this business. You wanted to start this business to help other people. And somewhere along the way, maybe you got really good at business, really good at selling, and then you want more. And I totally understand it, and you are totally worth more. But I want to remind you to sink into your heart space and always being connected to serving. This is me just serving. I was like, you know what? I want to launch this new program that I have on Friday. How can I just serve? How can I just be there for those of you that are starting your businesses or scaling your business or stuck in your business? Not necessarily stuck, but you want to break through something. And for you to break through something, it means you're going to have to do things in a different way. And giving without expecting anything, when you look at it from a manifestation perspective, it makes sense. Because when you look at it from a manifestation perspective, it's you not being attached to the outcome, right? We all know that. If you are longer in the manifestation field, you know that. The moment that you are not attached to the outcome, that's when what you want, falls in your lap, or that's when you manifest it. So with your business, giving value, and I believe that marketing gurus, they are giving amazing value, but what they forget is that they make us into this robotic, I have to give value, I have to create a value high base. What is value? But when you understand that, okay, the value that I have to give is just me, it really is just me, showing up and giving from my heart space, then that's it. That's you being valuable, because it is not about what you say, it's about how you say it and how connected you are to your message in that sense, right? Another tip that I would say is that when you take money out of the equation, it is not about giving without expecting money. Because I believe that a lot of, especially spiritual entrepreneurs, those out there, I call them the empath entrepreneurs. The empath entrepreneurs are those entrepreneurs that want to give, and they forget completely about their own goals, about their own financial goals. If you are what I say, an empath entrepreneur, then taking the money out of the equation does not mean not asking for money. It is about taking the money out of the equation for you to don't feel the pressure that you need to sell a certain point, that you need to do this or you need to do that. It's about having the absolute trust that whatever it is that you are doing will come to you. Like, for instance, for me right now, I am in full trust and alignment that the universe has something big for me. I don't know what it is. I'm just showing up. I'm just literally, launching my programs just the way that they're being downloaded and just following 100%. And I trust that the money will come. I am not looking at every conversation in a way for me to earn money. And I've seen this in a lot of business coaches. And I feel it. Obviously, I feel energy. Whenever there are entrepreneurs that have that mindset of earning money, how much money can I earn? How can I profit from this other person? I can feel it in the way that they ask questions. That they ask questions not because they're honestly interested in how they can help me solve my problem. But they ask the questions and, okay, how can I use the words that they're telling me so that I can show them something, so I can feel that it's not genuine. This is the reason that I say take money out of the equation, because people feel this. People feel your ingenuity, right? When you're not genuine. Wait, I have an ant on my back, I think. This is so weird. People can feel it when you are not genuine with them. People can feel when they are almost as if they're being valued, right? How much value do you have for me? And yes, like the cold DMs. The cold DMs is so crazy. It's like people are coming to me, you have not read my page, but I see it also just in random encounters. When you have a couple of entrepreneurs together, and I'm so happy that I broke that chain, that right now, honestly, the only entrepreneurs that I either gravitate towards or are in my life are those entrepreneurs that are actually there to share and are actually there to expand our common wealth. And common wealth, not in money, but in knowledge, in sisterhood, in understanding, in wanting to see each other win. So the conversations are very different. But when I was still healing this wound of, am I good enough? I was attracting people that were constantly making me feel as I was not good enough, right? So obviously the conversations that I would have with those people are going to remind me all the time, oh no, you're not good enough because you don't have X amount of money, or you don't have X amount of followers, or you don't have X amount of whatever, X, Y, Z. So it's so important for you to take out the money out of the equation so that you stay in your heart space and you stay connected to who you are when you are connecting with someone. I remember I got a DM this morning. It's one of the most beautiful DMs that I've gotten, and I get a lot of these because whenever I see someone in real life, whether they know I'm a coach or not, I try to really connect to them. And I remember connecting to this girl in Tulum about a month and a half ago, and talking to her. She was drawn to me. I think she was at that point a little bit high on something, and I was meditating on the beach, and she was drawn to me, and she's like, oh, I had to come over and give you a compliment. You are so beautiful. You look like you're lighting up. And I'm looking at her, and she's obviously wasted. And I look at her from my most kind, loving part of me, and I'm asking her questions. And I tell, oh yeah, sure, come here next to me. She wanted a picture. We took a picture. She sat next to me, and I am present with her. I'm not asking questions. I'm not shooing her. I'm just really just being present for her. And I don't even remember the conversation per se, but I just remember telling her that she was telling me that, you know, she uses a lot of drugs and alcohol, and her being so receptive to my influence was so beautiful, because I told her, I think the fact that you can see my light, I think the fact that you're drawn to me says something about you. It says that this is you too. And it's only logical that you want to numb it. You want to numb with alcohol. You want to numb with substances. Because imagine what would happen if you allowed your full light to show up. So then this girl is like, oh my God, thank you for this meeting. And she swindles off. She lets me meet her boyfriend and everything. And then this morning she sends me a DM. She was like, Dani, I've been sober for 30 days. And I was like, wow, first of all, thank you for sharing that with me, because I didn't expect anything from that connection. I just genuinely connected with this other person from my heart space. And then having that confirmation that whatever it is that you do in the world, when you do it from an open heart, it will have ripple effects. And you might not get the financial return from this person, because maybe it was a coaching session for her, even though I didn't tell her that I was a coach. Maybe I did. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I did, because obviously she sent me the DM. But after she presented me, she's like, oh, where can I find you? And, you know, we connected. So understand that when you take the money out of the equation, it is energy, constantly in rotation. And when you give from your heart space, with knowing your value and knowing your worth, you will not tolerate people that are trying to use you. And you will know how to say boundaries and be like, okay, this is my job. If you want to book a call, this is the place to do it. But also to recognize those souls that are sent to you by the universe as well, because they just need that connection. They need that little push. And I believe 100% that whatever you give out boomerangs back 1,000 times. And I believe that this is one of the most amazing things that businesses are here to do. Businesses are not here to just earn money. Businesses are here to create the world of the future. So the less you do your business the way other people are doing their business, the more you are attuned with what your own business blueprint is, the better it will be for you, and the more you will be aligned with the world that we are all trying to create, right? So taking money of the equation is something that I would do if I wanted to manifest my business. But again, if you just tuned in, go check out the rest of the live, because I say a lot of things that it's not about not earning money. It's not about that, not at all. I need you to earn money. But it's about a mindset thing that I want to show you, and about a heart space thing. I already said point 5, which was stop looking at others for what they're doing. Stop looking at me and what I'm doing in my business. And maybe, yes, hire me, because I will definitely resonate back to you how you should be doing it by connecting you back to you and your own essence. But try as much as you can to refrain from using other people's blueprints. There are many, many blueprints out there. I will give you the step-by-steps. I will give you the blueprint of A, B, C, D, G, F, G, my, blah, blah. So you buy the course, you enter the challenge, you do the 5-week whatever, and you do the blueprint, and you follow it. Maybe you get success, maybe you don't, and then you finish and you're like, okay, and now what? Who am I going to look for answers now? Where am I going to find the next course, the next blueprint, the next thing that's going to help me decide what I'm supposed to do with my business? Because someone out there is going to tell me, because I have no fucking clue what I'm doing, right? And this is, I think, that is the difference in how I am as a business coach. That I don't teach you my own blueprint. Yes, I have systems in place, and yes, I have a lot of business content in my Emerge Mastermind and the programs that I do that are business related. But what I think that is the missing link out there is that I teach you how to access that inner voice, how to stop being dependent on other people for answers and allowing support. So that is a shift that needs to happen in the business world, in the business coaching world. We are too keen on investing on the next strategy, the next thing, the next knowledge-based thing, and not investing enough in support. because support means that there is someone out there that is ready to mirror back to you what your blockages are, mirror back to you, okay, remember when we said this was your goal? How is the idea that you're pitching resonating with this goal? And just being a support system and someone that believes in you, and having a community that with people that are like-minded. And I believe that we are underrating how important this is. Because yes, one thing is to have a lot of money, but another thing is to be fulfilling your purpose. And I think that I'm talking from experience that when I had it all, when I had the relationship, I had the job, I had the 4 times a year traveling, luxurious vacations, I felt so empty inside. And a lot of people are building their businesses the same fucking way. They're building their business from a different point of view, not understanding that it is not about how much money you make. It's about, are you in purpose? Yes, my dear friend Andre is saying. Andre is also a friend I met here in Tulum, and he's doing amazing things here as well for his community. That is you being in purpose. And I totally believe that, Andre, that you are in purpose, because I can feel all of the tips that I'm actually giving here. I can feel your soul. And when someone is in purpose, you will connect with other people that are in purpose. So understand that manifesting the business of your dreams has way more to do with your internal work than it does with the strategies and the how-tos and the blueprints. Embrace your own journey. Embrace your own timeline. Don't try to do the funnels if your soul is not ready to do the funnels, because you can already start earning money without the funnels. You can already start earning. Yes, eventually you're going to have to do the funnels if you want to lean back and let passive income come to you. I have learned now. But it didn't stop me. And it's about, how can I keep that ball rolling? How can I keep myself moving? Because otherwise you're going to freeze. And you're going to end up doing nothing and taking no action in your business. Number 6, beautiful bridge, is focus on healing those deep-rooted wounds that prevent you from showing up, that prevent you from believing in yourself, that prevent you from raising your prices, that prevents you from, okay, whatever is happening in my life right now, this is not important. I need to focus on this thing right now. And all of these things are wounds. All of the reason that you're not showing up online is because you have trauma, you have wounds to uncover. The reason that you are afraid of what other people think is because you have wounds and trauma. And all of these things are showing up in your business. And I can guarantee you that it's not only showing up in your business, it's also showing up in your relationships. It's also showing up in how you show up to work. It's also showing up in everything in life, because obviously that is what is supposed to happen. Life is going to mirror back to us all of the situations that we need in order for us to, better ourselves, go to that next level. The reason that you're not raising your prices, the reason that you are not earning abundantly for your gifts, is because there are so many wounds inside of you that need healing. And to be able to heal those inner wounds, you're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to put in the action as well. Number 7, and I think I've talked about this point throughout this whole live/podcast, is that you need to understand at what phase of life is your business. Your business has its own life. You have a life, and your business has a life. Are you in the building phase? Are you in the starting up phase? Are you in the scaling phase? Are you in the back end phase? Are you in the selling phase? What phase are you in? Understanding that is going to allow you to focus your energy in different ways. A lot of coaches out there say, no, you can build your business only working 4 hours a day. You can, but it's going to take you a long time to be where you want to be. So in the beginning of your business, if you don't have the capital to, work at those 4 hours and make other people do the work for you, that can be a solution. But a lot of us don't have that. So you're going to have to invest in your business, not in terms of capital, but in terms of time. And I don't believe that people are underestimating the amount of work that it takes to build a business. And people underestimate the importance of I love this question. I'm gonna come back to you, Dana. And the importance of discerning the two, right? Because if you're working really, really hard in the beginning, don't forget your reason why you started. That's what tends to happen a lot. We enter this, what I call the entrepreneurial rat race, where we've been working for 2 years nonstop, and we forget that why we started in the first place was freedom. And we just keep on going in that rat race. How can I earn more money? How can I earn more money? How can I earn more money? And before you know it, instead of you working the 3 days a week that you initially started your business to work, you end up working 7, 8 days a week, right? Even though we only have 7, because you're so caught up with the stick, chasing the carrot that's actually placed on a stick on your forehead, and you're just chasing that stick, and you will never be happy. The difference between the first and the 2 phases. Beautiful question. I think the difference between these 2 things is, one, you have the money, the income, but I don't even believe that it's in the income. It's more in, have you achieved the life that you wanted to live? For instance, if you start your business and you're already earning 5K a month, 3K a month, and for everybody it's different, right? Because if I earn 3,000 euros here in Mexico, I can live a pretty good life, right? So I don't need to work much. So that would mean I immediately entered the second phase of my business, which is, okay, how can I create systems so that I can work less, right? But if you're starting your business and you're not earning the money that you want to be earning for you to pay up your daily expenses, and for you to have the freedom to, you know, go on vacation and do the things, for everybody it's different. I am not into the professing, you have to earn 100K, you have to earn 10K a month, you have to earn, because again, that's a fucking carrot, right? I'm here, okay, how much money do you want to be earning right now? And how will you commit until you earn that amount of money per month? And then you enter the second phase. Does that make sense, Dana? Let me know in the chat. So manifesting the business that I just manifested, it is just about continuous inner work, and I will say it until I die, because the money, the universe uses money for everybody to teach you the hardest lessons. Like I said in the beginning of this live/podcast, is that it will use whatever is the most value to you. If you value money a lot, it's going to use money to teach you the lessons. If you value your family a lot, it's going to use your family to teach you lessons. And you need to understand that when you are aware of that, you're going to, yay, I'm happy that it resonated. And that you're going to, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Money, wounds, finances. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But when you are trying to earn more money with your business, it is so important for you to have those deep core rooted wounds to be healed, because otherwise you're not going to progress. I mean, imagine I am currently going through a divorce, which is not an easy process. And as I'm going through that, I thought that I had to do all of these things, but I didn't have to. I leaned completely into the discomfort of stopping. I had a retreat that I had planned. I had this program that I'm launching now. I had so many other masterclasses and things that I wanted to do. But my universe told me and showed me, you need to take a rest. You need to relax. You need to really sink deeper into that pain. And right now, I feel the urge to do this. So it's so exciting. Formalie of geld. Okay, thank you, gelukkig voor iedereen. I speak Dutch, by the way, if you don't know. That you see the lessons. Oh yeah, thank you for that. So I was talking, I'm going to go back to that point to make it clear. So the universe will always use what is most of value to you to teach you the lessons. Either your family, either money, your self-worth, the way that you look. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you are attaching a lot of value to it, that's what the universe is going to use to teach you some lessons. Having said that, I have something so exciting to announce. For those of you that were in the beginning of the year, I want to thank you for your patience, because this program was a program that I pre-launched in January, and I was initially going to do it in May. I was initially going to, run it in May, but I couldn't because of my divorce, and I felt called to do that. So now I'm going to be launching a money program. I'm just going to call it that way. It has the most amazing name. I freaking love it. And I already have a whole branding prepared for it. So I cannot wait to show you what this program will be about. And I'm going to be launching it this Friday, so you can actually start joining. And this program is going to happen in August. The reason that I think it's perfect timing for the universe, by the way, is that it's going to help you prepare as an entrepreneur. It's going to be a lot of coaching sessions, a lot of group sessions with me around money, offers, messaging, all of the things that you need to build your business, so that in September you can go with your offers and start selling and all of these things. And I'm going to be focusing a lot on the wounds, on the things that are keeping you from stepping into that next level in your business, whether you're starting or you're already a entrepreneur for years and years and years. It's really about, okay, let me go back to that essence of me. Because honestly, if I would have the program that I'm about to run now, I would totally join. Because I don't want to be right now in a mastermind for a whole year. No, I just want to do it quick and dirty and have clarity on what is it that I'm about to do. Because I know that a lot of entrepreneurs, because of the planetary things that have been happening for the past months, we're all a bit scattered with our energy. We're all a bit lost, I want to say, in our business. And having this program in August to support you, to create your offers, to raise your prices, to heal the money wounds that are inside of your body, is going to help you so much. So if this is you, if this message is resonating with you, I want you to DM me money program, and I will give you a little bit more details. And maybe you can also already enroll before Friday when I drop the link. And I'm probably going to be giving you a special price as well. Maybe I'll even give you the special price that I gave some people in January. Imagine how amazing would that be if you had me as your business coach. This program is only for entrepreneurs. Why? Because when you want to create more wealth in your business, you gotta tap into that creative energy. You gotta tap into that energy of you that wants to bring something to life in this world, and you are ready to take action. Because yes, I'm gonna help you with your wounds, but I'm also gonna challenge you to take action immediately. Not tomorrow, but today. So if this message is resonating with you, I suggest for you to head to my DM and send me a DM with money program, and we can chat about if this program is the right program for you. If you want to go all in with me in your business, then I suggest the Emerge Mastermind. And Emerge Mastermind is my year mastermind, where I am literally your support system. We were talking about this in this live, within the difference between being, buying another course and actually having that high level support that I believe everybody needs when building their business. The beauty about my Emerge Mastermind is that it includes all of my business related programs and my Coda Manifestation program. So this program will be included in there. All the masterclasses that I give about business is going to be included in there. And we have weekly check-ins. We have monthly sessions, co-working sessions. It has so much in it that I cannot even tell you about it here. But if you feel called to my high-level mastermind, it's a 10K investment for the year. You can DM me Emerge. I'm not going to tell you what this program is, the price is going to be, but it's going to be way more accessible than Emerge. It's something that I want everybody to experience the energy of being in that community and really, manifesting the money, right? I'm so excited. Thank you for your energy. I want to wish you an amazing, amazing day or night, wherever you are. If you listen to this podcast or you watch the live, feel free to drop any questions that you have through DM or anything, and I will love to hear about you and what you thought about this live/podcast. Much love. Bye bye.